Hey everyone, welcome back. You've got another deep dive today, and
Yeah.
this one's exciting.
Yeah.
Super interesting world of business automation, and I think this is relevant to basically
Oh,
everybody.
well, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
Who doesn't want to find a way to, you know, just work smarter, not harder?
right. Like streamline things, free up your time
Exactly,
to focus on the bigger picture stuff.
exactly. And the platform that we're looking at today is called Odyssey, and the source material we have is a promotional piece for their free trial. So
Okay.
pretty standard stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of these SaaS companies these days
Yeah. You see that a lot.
offer a free trial so you can kind of kick the tires and see what's up.
Exactly.
But we're going to go a little deeper than that today. We're going to look at, what exactly is Odyssey? What do they offer? What's included in this free trial? And really, just does it live up to the hype
Yeah. Do they deliver?
on what they're promising?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's jump right in. So right off the bat, Odyssey is really pushing this idea of code-free automation. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you see that a lot
Right.
with kind of these new platforms coming out.
Yeah.
It's sort of the big buzzword.
And they're saying that, anyone can use it to automate tasks and workflows, regardless of their technical skills, their background in coding.
Oh, okay. So that's a pretty bold claim right there.
Right.
Because traditionally automation's been this
Very
thing.
niche
Yeah.
technical field, right?
Yeah, you have to have, pretty specialized knowledge. Okay, so let's talk about this free trial.
Yes, let's dive into
So
that.
it's 30 days, right?
Yeah. 30 days access to the platform.
That seems pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard
I
stuff.
think you said a lot of companies offer that.
Yeah, but what I think is really interesting is the level of support they provide.
Ah, what do they offer?
So you get, expert guidance sessions.
So like one-on-one help?
Yeah, like actual, people to talk to.
Wow, that's pretty hands-on
Yeah.
for a free trial.
They also have self-service resources.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
articles, tutorials, that sort of thing. But they also have a full onboarding experience.
What does that involve?
So they actually help you define the scope of your first automation project.
Okay, so they're not just throwing you into the deep end.
No, they're actually, helping you figure out what to automate, how to automate it. And then they even guide you through the development process.
That's pretty valuable, especially for someone who's new to automation.
Absolutely. And I think that's where Odyssey really sets themselves apart.
Yeah, because you're not just getting access to the platform, you're getting that expert support.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're really highlighting, 4 key benefits that they promise to deliver.
Okay, what are those?
And they have these kind of kitschy little phrases for them. So it's create smarter, launch sooner, simplify management, and adapt seamlessly.
All right, let's break this down.
Yeah, so let's start with create smarter.
Okay, so what does it mean to create smarter in the context of automation?
Well, they're basically saying that you can build these really sophisticated applications without having to code.
Okay, so they're still pushing that code-free aspect.
Yeah, and they're leaning heavily on AI-powered tools.
Can you give me an example of what one of those tools might look like?
Sure. So let's say you want to create a chatbot. For your website to handle customer service inquiries,
Okay.
traditionally you would need a developer to write a bunch of code to handle all the different possible interactions.
Right.
But with Odyssey, they might have a pre-built chatbot module that uses natural language processing to understand what customers are asking and respond appropriately.
So you don't have to program every single response.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all kind of already baked in.
That makes sense. All right, what about launch sooner? What's that all about?
So that's all about speed.
Okay.
They're saying that their platform can help you build applications 10 times faster than traditional methods.
Wow, 10 times? That's a bold claim.
It is, and they do that through a few different things. So they have pre-designed UI elements.
What are UI elements?
So UI stands for user interface.
Yeah.
And it's basically, all the visual components of your application.
So like buttons and forms and menus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of having to code each of those from scratch, you can just drag and drop these pre-designed elements into your application.
So it's kind of like building with Legos.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
You have all these pre-made pieces and you just snap them together.
Exactly. And then they also have app blueprints.
What's a blueprint?
So a blueprint is basically a pre-built framework for a specific type of application.
Okay, so if you wanted to build, let's say, an e-commerce app,
Yeah,
they might have a blueprint that already has the basic structure in place.
exactly. And then you can just customize it to your specific needs.
So you're not starting from a blank slate.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the third thing they have is modular code.
What does that mean, modular?
So modular code is basically code that's broken down into smaller, reusable components.
Okay, so instead of writing a huge chunk of code for each feature,
Right.
you can just use these pre-built modules.
Exactly. And that makes it much faster to build and update your applications.
So it's more efficient and flexible.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered create smarter and launch sooner.
Right.
What about simplify management?
So that's all about taking care of the kind of behind-the-scenes tasks.
Okay, give me some examples.
So things like testing your applications to make sure they're working properly, running security checks to prevent vulnerabilities, deploying your applications to the cloud or to your servers,
Right.
and monitoring their performance.
So all the stuff that can be really time-consuming and tedious.
Exactly, yeah. And Odyssey claims to automate a lot of those tasks.
So you can focus on, the more strategic aspects of your business.
Right.
Okay, and then the last one is adapt seamlessly.
Yes, so that's all about making sure that your applications can adapt to change.
Because the tech world moves pretty fast, right?
Very fast.
What's cutting edge today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Absolutely. And Odyssey emphasizes things like easy updates.
So you can keep your applications up to date with the latest technology.
Yeah, and they also talk about building applications that are, inherently flexible.
Okay, so they can be easily modified as your business needs evolve.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's all about future-proofing your applications as much as possible.
Okay, so Odyssey's making a pretty compelling case here.
They are, yeah.
They're saying now is the perfect time to try their platform.
Yeah.
But why now specifically?
Well, I think ties back to what we were talking about earlier with the rapid pace of change in the business world.
Right, things are constantly evolving. You have to be able to adapt.
Exactly. And they're arguing that automation is essential for staying competitive.
Because it can help you streamline your operations, become more efficient,
Right?
free up your time to focus on innovation.
And I think they're also trying to capitalize on the fact that, a lot of businesses are still hesitant about automation.
Right, they might be intimidated by the technology.
Yeah, or they might not know where to start. And
Yeah.
they're offering this free trial as a kind of low-risk way to dip your toes in the water.
Yeah, it's a smart strategy
Absolutely.
because it lets people experience the benefits of automation firsthand
Right? And see if it's the right fit for them.
without having to make a big commitment up front.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, after taking this deep dive into Odyssey,
Yeah.
do you think it lives up to the hype?
I think it has a lot of potential. The code-free aspect is really appealing. The AI-powered tools sound impressive.
Mhm.
And the level of support they offer is definitely a big plus.
Yeah, I think the support is key because even with a user-friendly platform,
Right.
it's still helpful to have someone there to guide you,
Absolutely.
especially when you're first getting started.
So, for our listeners out there, the question is, do the features and benefits of Odyssey resonate with your specific needs and goals?
Right, because every business is different.
Yeah.
What works for one company might not work for another.
Exactly.
So it's really about, assessing your own situation
Yeah.
and deciding if this is the right tool for you.
And I think even if you decide not to pursue Odyssey, this deep dive has hopefully given you some valuable insights into the world of automation and, the potential it has to transform your business.
Exactly, because automation isn't going away.
No, it's only going to become more prevalent. So it's important to stay informed and explore the options that are out there.
Right. And who knows, maybe one day we'll all be working alongside robots.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a whole other deep dive. Maybe we'll save that for another day. But until then, happy automating, everyone.